Afternoon, everyone. Marty the Mad Magpie here. I hope you're having a great day. I've just come on today just to talk about the transfer window coming up in January and possible outgoings leaving Newcastle United, but one player in particular, my thoughts on his future at the club. But before I go all into that, guys, welcome once again to my channel. Great to have you with me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and you would like to, hit the subscribe button underneath the screen there, and it's completely free. Any new videos, they'll flash straight up on your screen as soon as they're uploaded. And if you like this video and any others on my channel, please give us a like. It'll help the channel grow. And if you want to leave a comment about this video or any others on my channel, match reports or anything, just get in touch, guys. It'd be great to hear from you. Even if you just want to pop by and say hello, it'll be great to hear from you. Okay, so the player I've come on to talk about today, amongst others, is Callum Wilson. Now, I'm a big fan of Callum Wilson. I was thrilled to bits when he first arrived at the club. And, you know, as I said, I'm a big fan of him. When he's on the pitch, he's, you know, sometimes he's almost unplayable. And he's scored a fair few goals for us. And I look at him and I think, you know, if only you could keep yourself fit. But it's proved to be a problem for Callum since he's been at Newcastle United. And it's turned out now that he's spent more time off the pitch than he has on it. And, you know, my honest opinion is now with January looming, his contract's up in the summer. I think my view on it is that January is the time to get rid of Callum Wilson. I really do. We need to get rid of some players to keep up with their PSR. And the other two players who I think will be on their way out is obviously Miguel Almiron. It looks like he's on his way out of Newcastle United. And again, Kieran Trippier has been mentioned about possibly going out either on loan or a permanent deal somewhere to free up some space and some cash to spend in January. But I think Callum Wilson, as much as I like him, I think we need to sell him because you can't let a player like that run his contract down in the summer because he's going to be out for a couple of months. He might come back, play the odd game, and he might be out again. I think we should cash in on him in January if we can get some money for him. It might only be 5-10 million, but hey, it's money in the bank. And we can always put it towards another striker or a right-sided midfield player who we need. And, you know, as I said, Callum Wilson, I think a lot of him, he's a great striker. And when he's on the pitch and he's on form and he's fit, he's almost unplayable. Sometimes he is unplayable. But, you know, Eddie Howe needs to look at this and decide what he wants to do. I mean, it's not a question of loyalty, which Eddie Howe has already proven that he is loyal to players. You know, loyalty gets you nowhere, especially when they're never off the treatment table, because he's still getting paid by the club when he's out injured. And, you know, the owners will be looking at this as well. And they'll be saying, you know, if Eddie Howe goes to them and says, you know, I need a player to come in, the owners will probably say, well, there's one player there you can get rid of. He's never off the treatment table. Get rid of him, Callum Wilson. We'll sell him. Because I think if they let him go in the summer, yes, he'll go for a free transfer, but he might go somewhere else. And no disrespect to Newcastle's medical staff or treatments or whatever, but he might go somewhere else and, you know, might be a miracle. And he might start playing games again, fully fit. But I doubt it. You know, he's in his mid-30s and it's for a player, for a striker in particular, you know, you start losing pace, and Callum Wilson hasn't lost any pace, in my opinion. He hasn't lost his shooting touch. He's really good, still good at goal scoring. But in terms of his fitness, it needs to be addressed. And as much as I like Callum Wilson, and I would love him to stay, I think it's time to cash in on him. Because, you know, at the end of the day, in a normal job, if you weren't fit to do the job, the bosses would take you to one side and they would say, you know, we want to keep you, but your health problems are restricting you from doing your job correctly. You know, you need to make a decision on your future, or we'll have to make it for you. And it's the same thing as a footballer. You know, he needs to think about his fitness, his whole career. He's had a good career. He has been plagued by injuries even when he was at Bournemouth, but he scored some fantastic goals. So he needs to think, you know, does he want to keep on playing? And if he does, where does his future lie? Because to be quite honest, I think his future does lie away from St James's Park. And I think we should sell him now, get some money for him before we have to give him away in the summer for nothing. Miguel Almiron, we can cash in on him, get some money for him. There's even talk of Martin Dubravka being sold as well. Would you like to sell him? I personally like Martin Dubravka, but again, if money needs to be made, he's one of them players that could be, you know, a key factor for another club. You know, if they're looking for a goalkeeper, he's an experienced goalkeeper. Same with Kieran Trippier. He could be on his way out as well. I mean, Bayern Munich were looking at him last year, weren't they? And you know, they might be tempted again, or another Premier League club might be looking at him. And if we can get some money for him to free up some cash to bring in some, I wouldn't say better players, but certainly more cover, then yeah, we've got to do that. I mean, we've still got Emil Kraft, we've still got Tino Livramento on the right-hand side. So we need players to come in. We need to improve the squad, and to do that, we've got to get rid of players. So Trippier, I don't want him to leave, but I think he will. Dubravka, again, I don't want to see him leave, but I think he'll go. Almiron, I think we need to sell him. He's just not the player that he was. And Callum Wilson, yes, we need to sell him. We need to cash in on him because he's never off the treatment table, guys. My honest opinion, Marty the Mad Magpie's honest opinion, Callum Wilson needs to be sold in January. What do you think, guys? Am I wrong? Let me know, guys, in the comments. Get in touch. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Have a great day. I'll catch up with you all soon. All the best to you. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for watching.